What's good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I wanted to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers, and break down what's happening with the economic calendar moving forward and what you should be watching for as time progresses. But before I begin the doubles information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice, and also if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. We deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 of them, and the offer ends very soon, in just 5 days. Anyways, for the market right over here, you guys could see for right now, SPY has this gap that's still unfilled all the way up to about 505 on the daily time frame, but that doesn't really guarantee anything about tomorrow because you have to remember that it's going to depend a lot on the data that's coming out. So tomorrow, before the market opens, we have the PCE data report coming out. What this means is if you hold anything overnight, if you're holding options specifically, okay, you have to hold through the PCE data report, and this is going to cause a very, very big move in the markets. Now, we're expecting core PCE to be decent, but the question is what's going to happen with PCE for all items. This is basically like CPI. It's very similar to it, except the Fed prefers PCE, and it is heavily influenced by CPI. So we'll have to see. We're expecting a slight increase in PCE year over year. So I'm going to be very, very careful with this as we're expecting some increases. So this is going to be very, very important. We're expecting a very big move tomorrow. And I don't know what the market's going to do when we open because the market's going to either gap up or gap down depending on what PCE looks like. And so far, the market it came down a bit off the GDP numbers, is trying to rebound a little bit. And we're still holding up, I would say, decently. But like I said before, now this doesn't really matter as much. What's going to matter more, it will be the data coming out for tomorrow and what reaction we get. So the question is, are we going to see a squeeze tomorrow? Are the market makers going to squeeze short? Are they going to push SPY all the way up to our 200 EMA at 506 and then start breaking past this and push it higher and higher to like 509 or 512? Is that what's about to happen? Or are we about to see a rug pull? Is this about to be forming like a head and shoulders? And are we about to see this start coming all the way back down to fill this gap at 494? Honestly, guys, I'm in the middle. It all depends on the data, so we'll just have to wait and see. But that's the reason why I'm giving you guys this warning, because once again, if you're holding overnight, you have to hold through the data. We don't know what's going to happen, so always be open-minded. A lot of people who were trading Tesla were saying Tesla was going to crash after earnings and this and that. And they were betting that it was going to crash. And instead, Tesla ended up running very hard in the opposite direction, even if Tesla missed on most earnings on EPS and revenue. So my point is, sometimes unexpected things could happen to the markets, and you always want to be careful during events like these by managing risks and not risking too much of your portfolio. Not financial advice, by the way. For Tesla, you guys can see we have this resistance at 168. If PCE is decent, Tesla could launch into the 170s. If PCE is hot, we could see a Tesla come back down towards 162.5 or even below these levels. It's still within the realm of this range, but it's showing some strength right now. So there is potential for Tesla to try to get back up to the 170s. It's building lots of momentum, forming lots of strength up here, but that's also going to depend on the data and what market reaction we get. For Nvda is trying to rebound. You guys can see we have a double bottom like structure developed during the pre-market. Tomorrow, if we get a big push thanks to our PCE report, we have to see if we could break past our 200 EMA at 838. If that breaks, it's going to be pushing higher towards 850. And if we get a rug pull, we're going to be coming back down towards 811. If that fails us, we could be approaching 795 all over again. So it all depends on PCE. Once again, guys, keep that in your mind. For the QQQ, this is very similar to SPY. We got this little sell-off today before it's trying to get bought back up. The question is, are we going to see this push all the way back up to the 430s, or are we about to get a big rug pull and come all the way down towards the 417, 415 area? Honestly, guys, the chart is looking like it's trying to bounce for now, but there's nothing guaranteed yet until we see the data. So we'll have to wait and see. That's going to be key for all of us. So I want to make it very clear that that's what's going on. Don't forget, we also have Microsoft and Alphabet announcing their earnings. We'll have to see how these go too. This will also affect their tickers and other stocks out there as well. So we'll see if we get a big bounce on Microsoft to push back up into the 410 plus area. It could even go much higher than that. Excuse me. We couldn't even go much higher than that towards like 420 all over again. Or if we're about to get a massive rug pull, that's also a possibility. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. If we get the rug pull, right, this could easily start falling to much lower levels, such as down here towards the 380s. Will we go down to the 380s or push to the 410s? We'll just have to wait and see. And for Alphabet, we have earnings as well. As of right now, it's a little bit down, but we'll see if we get a big bounce or not. That's going to be key for this stock. With that being said, that's it at least for the majority of my analysis. Meta is still down quite a bit at 437. We'll see if this can try to rebound tomorrow to 450, or if we get a rug pull. It all depends on PCE, so we're just going to be very patient with this one. With that being said, guys, let's get ready for PCE. The market's going to close in a little bit over an hour. So if you want to hold overnight, it's your choice. It could work out very well. If you don't want to do it, if you're kind of apprehensive, you don't want to take any risks, then it's up to you as well. On the 4-hour, you could also argue that we have like an inverse head and shoulders like structure, which could lead to more upside, possibly, as we have an imbalance up here. So be open-minded to anything. We'll see what happens. Do we see shorts get squeezed or not? It's always important to be open-minded, all right? So this is your update. Thank you all so much for listening. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours, and peace out.